Right, this video is especially for Harry in the group and of course anyone else who's just trading high-low. I'm just going to run through the last 6 weeks. Now, obviously this is going to be with hindsight, so I'm going to do the best I can. Obviously in the moment decision making is going to be slightly different. But I'll try and be transparent here so we can sort of get something out of it, and maybe I will look at it in a way that perhaps you haven't been considering. Okay, so I think this is 5 weeks ago. This is when I went on holiday, 21st of March. Okay, so I can't use my draw tool because I won't be able to measure the losses then to see where we're at. Okay, because when I'm trading high low, I'm also thinking about my weekly target, what are realistic expectations based on how I've traded in the past, and I'm kind of adding that into the mix as well. So this would have been our first trade on Monday. Okay, long here from the new low, and that stopped out. Okay, and then you had a second long here, okay, which would have stopped out the next day. So you would have taken 2 losses on the Monday. Then on the Tuesday, you either took this short or this short coming from the high of the week. And then you had this long set up with a hedge. And then this long set up. And then that would have been the end of the day. Actually, I am just going to pull this up because it's going to be a bit clearer then. So this was your first long stop out, your second long stop out, then your short, then your long from here, which stopped out, and then another long here, the end of the day. Okay, just holding a hedge now, and I wouldn't have taken profit here. Okay, next morning, nasty stop out straight away, followed by this one, which also stopped out, and then end the day here. Okay, so what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses, and I have this position here. Now in this case I'm going to be making a decision, take profit, remove these, or push for more. This is pretty decent win. I would then look at what I'd lost and what I'm currently holding before I made that decision. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just quit that and see where I was at in the week. Okay, so you're minus 40 there, minus 71, minus 117, minus 164, and there was another one in here. Well, I suppose if you traded 186, 214, 238. Okay, so I'm 238 pips down, and I'm 270 up. Okay, so at this point I would clear the decks and start again, basically. Okay, so I'm about 60 pips up so far for the week. Okay, this one stopped out here, so now I'm 24 pips up, and then that would have been this long here and this short, which stopped out, and then this long here. Next day you just had this short here, so you would have ended the week minus 60, and you would have been holding minus 60. You would have been holding 30, 70. Okay, so you would have ended the week break even, and then the next week you would have had a stop out there, and a stop out there, and then this long here. And when this short set up here, I would be looking to TP either this long or both of these longs. Okay, and this is a problem where hindsight comes in now. I can see it races off. So, you know, obviously I'm sort of tempted to say, well, I would have held this one and closed this one, but let's play devil's advocate and say I closed them both. Okay, so then this short stopped out, and then there was no more trades that day. Next day, you would have just had this short stop out, and then this short would have survived and no longs. Okay. This short, this one stopped out. Following day, you would have had a long from here and a short from here. Okay, so you're holding two shorts and one long. And then the next day, we broke down, you would have taken this long, and this one would have stopped out, and this one would have stopped out, and then price broke down to this long. Okay, and this scenario here, I would definitely look to take profit. Let's go back to how I ended the week. Oh, no, I don't want that. Okay, so this one from the previous week stopped out minus 28, and this one stopped out 43 and minus 43, and then this high stopped out minus 92, and then we had here I said I took profit on both, so that was 26 198, so you're net 100 pips up so far at the start of this week. And then obviously this short stopped out 44, so I'm minus 44, and this one stopped out minus 74, minus 81, and then we held this one, and then we took this short. Okay, minus 123, minus 157, and then we would have taken profit on, so minus 157, 188 there, so plus 31, plus 251, plus the 100 you made there. Okay, so 300 pips plus up there on that week. So okay, this week didn't quite work out for us, although it could have done if you'd made slightly different decisions. But then you can see this next week gave us two nice moves, a swing up and a swing down. Okay, so I'll just do one more week. It's really difficult doing this accurately and recording it at the same time. It's a bit more time consuming, but let's just stick with it and it might help, hopefully. So the next week, long stopped out straight away, and then another long, and then this was your short from the high, so that was it that day, so one loss there. And then price broke all the way down and a long here, and that stopped out, and then a long here. Okay, so at this point again, I'd look at the scenario and see if I'm going to hold or not. So I'm just going to do that now. I've got to take those, 1, 2, 3 losses and the one. So your first loss was minus 30. Your second one minus 50, so that's minus 80. And minus 104, and you're holding 110. Okay, so really you kind of, I would kind of hold and try and get another position on in this situation. If you did that, you can see the next day it broke down, and it would be then plus 210 and minus 150. Okay, so you'd have a net 60 profit. Again, you could choose to hold here. Okay, if you'd have closed here, then you would have been break even, and then you would have had a loss on here, and this long would have been a loss then if you'd have closed out your short, and then you would have taken this long, this short, this long, which I think would have probably just tapped out, yeah, and this long and this short. Okay, so here you've got two longs and two shorts, and really you should hold those through until the next week. I mean, obviously you're quite welcome to close them all out, dependent on what happened here. If that would have given you 100, then you could have done that. But if we look, then the long next week then broke up to this high here, which would have stopped these two longs out, and it would have given you a stack of 3 up there. So did we say we took that? I don't think we did. I don't think I included that one. 50, 90, 140, 180 on the loss there, and 170, 350, so a net 170 at this point. Okay, although if I'd have played the scenario out at that way, I probably would have closed those two longs and held this one, and then got this hedge here. So the high-low thing is a kind of difficult way to trade, but if you get good at it with practice, it's kind of lower intensity. But the decisions on when to exit leave more options for you. Something I do when I trade just high lows myself is I let's say we're holding this short and this long here. Okay, I take some reverse trades inside it as well. Okay, so when we're long, when I get a hedge set up like this, I try and kind of hold it until it breaks out, but I'm not averse to like taking a short here as a reversal trades, and what I'll do is I'll try and hold on to the highs and lows of the current period, and then be more scalpy with my exit of these. So perhaps if this broke down and stopped out this long here, I might take profit on this short and still hold this long. Okay, and again here where it failed to make a breakout from a new low, I would sort of look to add a reverse trade here to my high that I was holding, and again be more aggressive with this, either trailing my stop or taking profit sooner to get some almost like in the video earlier where I'm trading two strategies in the same one, and then when this low set up again, I'd try and hold these extremes here, and perhaps take some reversal trades inside this wide hedge that I manage more aggressively. So, perhaps that is something you could also try. I know it's pretty difficult going through like that, but I think it kind of also helps to hear other people's point of views on it. I'm just kind of playing around with Google Hangouts and screen sharing at the moment, and I'm kind of hoping that I can do some live trading in the members can watch of me actually live trading, and then I think I can record them at the same time, and you can sort of do a Q&A at the same time. I think that'll help. I'm just kind of looking into it. The only downside is it kind of publishes all, when I do the screen sharing in Google Hangouts live, it shares all of my information, account numbers, etc. and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to look for a way around that other than sort of running a separate dummy account, because that's going to make taking my own live trades kind of tricky. But bear with me on that. I'm going to try and get that up and running this week. And cool. Any comments?